Hello guys, this is going to be part 3 of the wooden roller coaster build. We are done with the station. We don't need to do the station. The station is it's done right now. So we're gonna go ahead and start with the rest of the track. But first, let's go ahead and get our blocks. We need spruce wood planks. We need spruce wood fence. Actually, nope. Take that out, sorry. We need oak wood fence. And then we need dark oak wood. And that's it. That's all we need right now. For now, at least. And so we're gonna go ahead and continue it. Now, you're gonna want to make a curve uphill. The reason why I didn't want to continue this is because the coaster was supposed to be the way you wanted it, but I guess I would just go ahead and show you how to make a curve hill, and then I will show you how to do a turn. Those are the two things that we're going to cover, a curved hill and a turn. So we're going to go ahead and start with curved hill. What you want to do is that you want to see how many blocks that you've put on this side, and you want to use the same on this side. So since I used 1, 2, 3 on that side, you're going to start with 1, 2, 3. And now since there's 2 blocks right here, you're going to start up 1, 2. So now you have 2 blocks and 1, 2, 3. And now what you're going to want to do is that you're going to want to make it at least 2 1 blocks, 2 or 3 1 blocks. And what I mean by that is this. This is what I mean. These are considered 1 blocks because you only see 1 block on the track. And so now you want to see how high you've made it, because you want to make it at least half level or above half level of the hill, but you don't want it to make it too high where it looks impossible for it to climb. So you're going to want to do at least a few more, and then you're going to level it out by doing the exact same thing. You're going to put 2 and then 3, but then you're going to do 1 more, and that's 5. So 2, 3, and 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like that. And it's going to look just like that. It's it has that nice curve to it that makes it look a bit more realistic. And now you're going to copy this side right here to this side. So you're going to do 1, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, and now you're going to go down how many blocks that you have done on this side over here. So I went down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I went down 5. So we're going to go down 5. I already did 3, so 4 and 5. And now after that, you're going to copy this. I went 2, 3. So you're going to go 2 and 3. So 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. And then this part doesn't really matter, but you want to make it longer than the last part that you put. You want to make it longer than the third. And so it's going to look something like this. So now let's decorate it. So you want to go ahead and put all the blocks off to the side like this. You're just going to copy both sides of it. I'm only going to do one side because it's honestly really time consuming to put a bunch of fences down. I believe El Toro was one of the longest, not the longest coasters that I've built, but it took the most time, and it's very time consuming to put a bunch of fences down. So you're just going to work your way up, and you're going to want to do it on the other side as well. And hold on, let's make this go by a little bit faster. I use Potion of Speed, by the way. Just if you're wondering. So now we just continue to go across. And there you have one part of it, and it looks something like this. Now you're also going to want to do the exact same thing on the other side, which I'm not going to do. I'm just going to show you a small demonstration just in case if you guys are getting confused, because you're going to want to put the fences on both sides. And so now I got this side down. Now you're going to want to put your fences on this side, just like so. But I'm not going to complete it. I just wanted to show you that what you have to do. So now you're complete with that. Now, time to decorate it even more. You're going to want to find the middle, which is right here. This is the middle. You're going to start from top and go to bottom. And however tall you did it, let me rephrase that. If it honestly depends on how wide and big you made it. If you made it this wide, sort of just like mine, what you're going to want to do is that you don't want to start from top, you want to start from at least above midsection. And the reason why this is because real wooden coasters in real life have supports that go outward. Oh, I can't explain it that much. I'll just show you a picture. Here's a picture of it. This is what it looked like. So yeah, that's what it looks like. That's what I'm trying to get at. And so you're just going to want to sort of add a realism of it is what I'm trying to look for. And so now you got this layer done. Now you're gonna want to work it again and make it a little bit bigger. And yes, this is time consuming, but it is all worth the while. But yes, you would do this on this side as well. So you would copy this side and reflect it onto this side. And now we start with our rails. Not our rails, the catwalk. And so you're going to want a dark oak wood fence, and you're going to want to put it off to the outside. Now, I don't like to overlap like this. I don't like to overlap because it makes it look bigger than the ride itself. You're going to want to make it small. On El Toro, I made it overlap because it just seemed the best to it, but this color scheme seems like it needs to just remain unoverlapped. Just don't overlap it. You can if you want. But the color scheme that I'm using is a bit different. And that's it. And so this is what it would look like. It would look just like that. Now the reason why we're not putting any of these wooden beams up on this side is because most wooden coasters only have the wooden beams on the original hill. Because there's more weight being pushed down on it since the weight stays on it longer. And what I mean by weight is that the coaster weighs a ton. It weighs a lot. And so the supports can't handle it for too long, so that's why they have the wooden beams. But if it's zooming really fast, then the wood would just shake with it. That's why it shakes a lot. I'm basically just explaining on why the wooden coaster shakes, but that's the reason why it shakes. So now let's go ahead and go with our turn. Here's how I like to do my turns. I actually like to go back up with it. You can stay on the ground and do your turn. It doesn't matter either way, but it's more of a realistic looking if you do your turn by going back up and then you turn. I do this multiple times on Leviathan because that's actually how it is. Like this turn right here on Leviathan, that's a natural steel coaster turn. But let me show you what I mean by wooden coasters. Wooden coasters, you would basically have your hill like this, but on top, instead of going back down, you would just turn. And so let's go ahead and demonstrate that. And now you would copy the same side over here, so you do 1, 2, 3, go up again, 1, 2. And then you want to go, let's see, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so since I did 5 blocks that side, you're gonna want to do 4 blocks this side. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's perfect. And so now you're gonna want to even it out, just like so. And here comes the tricky part. Now you want to get a natural curve. So let me show you the patterns that I use. I normally do this, and I'll explain what I'm doing in a second. And there you go, there's your natural curve. Now let me explain what I just did. If you want a short turn, what you're gonna want to do is that you're gonna want to make this piece longer, and then you're gonna want to do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's how I do it. I don't know how, if you guys want to make your turns, it's fine. I normally see people do turns on coasters like this. Like they would do a really sharp turn, which I don't like it because it looks too blocky. So I'm just explaining my preference. And so now here's how I would start this off. You go ahead and do the catwalk first. So go ahead and do the catwalk. And now for the catwalk for this, you don't want to overlap again. You don't want to do this. You're going to want to take the corners off. Like so. You don't want to put the corners on like this because it looks too thick. And so now you're going to want to do the other side. And again, don't overlap. And there you go. Now we're just going to go ahead and do this side. What I like to do is that I like to work from top to bottom with my turns. And remember, you don't want to do this side of you don't want to put it actually on the track like this. You don't want to do that. You want to keep it like that. And I'll explain in one quick second what I'm doing as soon as I'm done with this. We're going to go ahead and do both sides since both sides are going to be different. Alright, so you see this gap right here? You don't want to do it on the inside, because then this one would have to go on the inside and they would have to overlap and you would have to do more work. Whoops. You would have to do more work, and it actually doesn't look as good as I'm about to do it. What you're going to want to do is put it on the outside instead. And here's another reason for that, is because then you can make your supports or your catwalk like this, see? But our catwalk isn't that color, so let me just go ahead and put it all to the side. So here's a visual representation on what I just did. And now we're going to go ahead and go to our wood fence. And you're going to want to put it on top. And let me explain why you don't want to put it on this side. If you do it on this side, then let me show you what happens. You can't put your track there. So avoid that and put it on the outside. So just like this. Just like so. And now we're going to go ahead and do the other side. Same way. And now we put our fences on top. Oops. And just like that. Now, here comes the tedious part, where you have that patience. You're gonna want to basically go all the way down with it. And then now, down. Up. And you're just gonna wanna go ahead and build all your supports for it. Oops. If I can just get it. There we go. So there really is nothing to explain to this. You just have to put it all on the outside. And we are done. And so that's what it would look like. So now let's go ahead and do the other side. You're going to do the other side the same way. There's not much to be said. Whoops. And there we go. And then you would just copy this hill right here, and you would go back down with it. You would just copy that side with this side. And with these two tricks right here, that's really all that you need to know in order to go back to the station, which is going to end up right here. So, thank you guys so much for watching. And, bye.